All right, ladies, welcome and thank you for joining us today. We are here for our monthly lunch and learn session. We have a lunch and learn session every second Tuesday of the month. So if you're interested in speaking or sharing something on an educational topic in your niche, please let me know. I can send you the link for the application. Today, we are here to learn about Facebook advertising. We're here to learn some tips, some tricks, some strategies, some how-tos, some things to avoid from Aashna Makin, who is or has 8 years of experience as a paid Facebook and Google Ads specialist. She's managed 15 million in ad spend, which is, whoa, crazy amount. Congratulations. She's worked with over 150 business niches, and she knows how to help businesses scale through Google and Facebook ads. That's her full-time gig. So she's here with us on her lunch today because she does work full-time during the day. So welcome. We're excited to have you here. Do you have a presentation?
Yes, I do have. So I would need to,
Okay. Yep.
yeah.
So I am going to go to our screen here. Welcome, everyone. For those of you who joined us afterwards, I'm going to make you a co-host. For anyone who came in while I was speaking, please feel free to introduce yourself in the chat box. Okay. Did you get access? I'm going to stop share. Sorry.
Yes, I did get access.
Okay. Awesome. And confirm. Okay, welcome everyone, and I'm gonna let Aashna take it away.
Okay, great. So can everybody see my screen? Just checking all the technical.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, hello, ladies. Thanks for joining in. I hope you can go back with at least, one or two new things that you learn about Facebook ads. My goal today with this 1 hour, the short time that we have, is going to be, giving you, as Christine mentioned, some insights on the platform, some insights on the strategy, like we'll be bouncing between a PowerPoint presentation and on platform, and feel free to ask any questions that you have. You can raise your hands. We can have some couple of minutes in the end wherein we can, go through your specific questions. So yeah, starting off with the platform, this is a okay, firstly, like that's going to be the opening line, is boosting post is not running ads. Like this is something that, I keep posting about in the groups. This is something that I keep telling anybody who, books a discovery call with me, is boosting post is not running ads, guys. And recently Facebook's even introduced this one thing that if you are boosting your post instead of running a proper Facebook ads campaign, you cannot make any optimization. You have to delete your post, basically lose all your data, recreate a post from beginning, and then actually get to running ads. So it's always better to run ads via proper ads manager. You have a lot of targeting opportunities, you have a lot of optimizations available when you put in the effort to run ads via an ads manager, which looks exactly like this. For people who've not run ads before, you need to create a Facebook ads manager account connected to your Facebook and Instagram page, connected to your Instagram account, and you can start running ads. Now coming to the very important part, again, choosing your campaign objective. So Facebook ads in general is a very broad term. Like it could mean something else depending on what business niche are you operating in. But I always recommend people that you should run lead campaign. If you're a local service-based business owner, you're into real estate, you're into mortgage, or like, if you are in one of those service-based industries, you should always run leads campaign. And on the flip side, if you are into e-commerce, you should run sales campaign, like depending on your objective. All the other objectives that you see here, like awareness, traffic engagement, app promotion, they are all meant for bigger brands who have like millions of dollars right there into investing into brand, and they're out there to build a brand awareness, basically. And the issue with running all these campaigns right now with a limited, or like for a small business owner, is the quality of traffic. the returns that you get on your ads when you run one of the other objectives, from my experience doing it day in and day out, is that the quality of traffic, the quality of leads that you will get by running one of the other campaign objectives is not that great. You will not see a positive return on ad spend. So that's why you should always select leads as your objective if you're a local service based business owners. Now, when I want you to focus on something on the right side over here, which is, again, when you talk about leads as an objective, Facebook has become very advanced. There are various campaign types that you can run within leads as an objective. One is a website and instant form, which means that I'm sure everybody has a website right now, but in case you're just starting out, you do not have a website and you're not sure whether you want to send people to the website, or you just want to quickly chat with them or have their details collected, Facebook lets you create a lead form right there on Facebook, wherein you can ask people a bunch of questions like their name, number, email ID. For example, if you're a real estate agent, like, what are they looking? Are they selling the property? Are they buying or looking to buy a property? And like whatever qualifying questions that you would actually have it on your website, you can have that right there within Facebook. You can send people to your messenger, your Instagram DM, and even WhatsApp. Like if you think that people are more comfortable reaching out and they inquire on WhatsApp, you can definitely send people out there. Conversions is something that is like, okay, you have an entire website set up, you have tracking codes in place, your pixels are in place, and you want people to go to your website and fill out a form. That's the highest quality of traffic that you can do. And like you can also have call only ads, but from my experience, I have managed around like 40 plus call only ads campaign, and we always have struggled with quality. So because it's like people do not know your brand, they do not have any insights on what exactly do you offer and stuff like that. It's just like they saw your ad and they start calling you right from Facebook and Instagram. Total disaster in terms of quality. So it's always good to have some or the other of the other options instead of running a call only ad. So this is about like the first step. If you do not set your campaign objective right and you run your campaign, you publish it, and you run it for a couple of days, there is no way that you can switch your objective back. So it's always good to have a campaign prep. Like, I'm going to be sharing a checklist. I've created a checklist especially for this training today. I'll send it to Christine and she can send it over to you guys. So always plan your campaign objective very carefully, because once you start running the campaign, you cannot change any of these things. You will have to start creating stuff from scratch, which is again like a lot of time and effort, and you lose data and time. So yeah, this is one thing. The second thing is going to be always go for manual leads campaign. Like Facebook is there to help you, the AI is there to help you, as you know. But if your account is new and you're running ads for the first time, Facebook has no data or no insights over who your actual audience is. So if you leave it to Facebook with like a tailor leads campaign, you will lose a lot of opportunity on targeting, on where your ads are showing, and what exactly are people viewing. So it's always better to stick to manual leads campaign, especially when you're starting off. It's really good to put in that effort and run the campaigns in the right way rather than just leaving it to Facebook. So this is what a campaign structure on Facebook looks like. You have a campaign and there is something known as ad set, and then there is ad. Pretty simple structure. Campaign and ad set and lead and an ad, sorry. So what is an ad set? An ad set is basically wherein you can select your location. If you want to target somewhere around like 10-mile of radius targeting, or you feel that your customers are basically in Brampton, or they're like in downtown. So Facebook gives you that opportunity to get very granular with your targeting right here. And the other thing I want to tell you about Facebook is it keeps updating its interface all the time. So you will keep finding stuff over here, but it's just rolled up, and you might have to put some effort in finding where things were at some point in time. So again, like we will not go for Advantage Plus. So anything to do with Advantage Plus means the platform is going to take control over, which we do not want. So we're going to be switching to an original audience option. So we're going to be giving Facebook some insights. The algorithm is smart, but you need to guide, like you need to get clear instructions on who are you going to, go after with this particular campaign. So here is where you can actually have locations. So wherever you're trying to promote your services. For example, the account, this is like a dummy account that I created, so you will see India, but you can target entire Canada. Like if you are an online business and you are not restricted by a particular geography, you can target all Canada. You can go as granular as targeting 10 miles. Earlier you could do even like 5 miles, but Facebook's removed that option. You have to offer at least 10 miles of radius targeting. So if you wanted to target, say, Mississauga, everything here is going to be available. You can change your radius to go up to 10 miles of targeting, and you can do that. On the flip side, you can also exclude certain locations. So if you've been business for long and you feel that there is a particular geographical area where people are not that interested, or you do not have a great conversion rate over there, you can actually choose to exclude a certain geography over there. Again, like all these small minute details, you always want to check off this, because if you select it, or if you miss it, right, it's so granular right there, you might not even spot it. So if you select that, which means that Facebook has the opportunity to going beyond what you have already targeted, and we do not want that for our first campaign. I always tell my clients the first campaign is not necessary to make profit. It is to gather data. It is to see if paid ads is the right thing for your business right now, because it's not like you just start off your campaign today and tomorrow you're going to start seeing sales and stuff like that. It takes time for a campaign to optimize, and I always recommend starting small. Like you do not need a big budget to be running on these paid ads. If you do it in the right way, I've seen people scale with like $300 $400 budget also profitably. But yes, you need to wait for that kind of data. You need to be patient with your first ad campaign, is where you really have to have that kind of understanding that it's going to take time. You can get granular with your age. If you feel that there's a particular demographic that you want to go after, sure, you can do that. If there is gender, like I've done a couple of campaigns for women in our mob network. They were into eyelashes, spa, and all these things, so we got very granular, focusing just on women, and we saw great results over there. So if you have all that kind of data in your industry, you want to cater to a specific demographic, you can do that. Again, like all these small things, you need to have this checked off, because again, whatever is with like Advantage Plus, or anywhere you see plus on the Facebook ads platform, it means Facebook is going to go beyond what you are instructing it to do. So you need to be careful when you're launching your existing campaign. So your detailed targeting, this is the most important part. This is where your customer research, or your understanding of your actual customer, is going to play a very, very important role. So for example, if I was, like just yesterday, I was setting up a campaign for physiotherapist in Hamilton. So again, like we have to be very specific on who we are going after. So I would, put something like somebody who's interested in, say, physiotherapy. So and again, be careful. There are, on the right side, you can see job titles, field of study. You do not want to target that. You just want to target interest. So if I happen to, target this, it just means that Facebook is showing my ads to other physiotherapists. Again, not the audience that we want to go after. So scroll down and you will see people who have shown interest in one of those things. And some of the time, what you are targeting, you're trying to target will not even show up. Like Facebook does not consider it as an interest interest option available. Okay, if physiotherapist, it's not over there. What is something that is closer to it? Then I would do something like health and wellness. Okay, so great. People, who are interested in fitness, people who are interested in health and wellness are that's a targeting option available as an interest. I would go and select that. So you have to, and I recommend there was something known as interest stacking that when Facebook had started, we would do put around 10 to 15 interest and then see how it performs. But that's not what I recommend right now after testing and running so many campaigns. I recommend people to start with at least like 2 to 3 interest to begin with, and then once you're ready to scale, you're ready to invest more into your paid ads, is when you should keep adding more interest over here. So I just want to pause for a second to see if anybody is anybody has any questions. Are you guys with me, or like feel free to raise your hand.
Physically
Yes, Christine.
raising my hand. I actually posted this question in the chat box.
Oh, okay.
I believe you used to be able to add in the criteria postal code. Is that still a possibility?
No. So Facebook has taken all that options, and earlier we had the possibility wherein we could target only people in a specific location. Facebook has taken off that option, and now it means that people in or who have shown interest in that location. For example, if I'm searching. For example, I'm traveling to San Diego for a conference next week. So I am searching for things to do in San Diego and stuff like that. Facebook is going to, show me San Diego ads. Not necessary that I'm, looking for those specific services right over there. But so just because I've shown interest in a place like San Diego, it's going to start showing me ads over there. So it's very tricky with Facebook, but Facebook is out there to make money. So they've taken off that option of, zip code targeting, and you cannot get as granular or, as targeted as you could before.
So someone who has a brick and mortar location, then you would suggest that they set their target area as, Mississauga with a 10-mile radius,
Yes, exactly.
and then really get very specific on the things that they're interested in, the things that may have clicked on, the things they may have replied to, commented on, shared, things like that. Very
Exactly,
fine.
exactly. Yes, totally. You're right. I see Helen
Helen.
has a
Oh, yeah.
question. Yeah.
Yes, my question is, if you go back to like demographics, if I select a certain age group and location and interest, like how can I narrow this down? Because the
Yeah.
interest is so broad.
Yes, so this is how Facebook is going to do that. So, for example, if you put, women over 25 years in Mississauga, so it's going to consider each of the factors. So these, interest targeting are dependent on each other. They're not working independently. So that's how you get narrow with your targeting.
Okay, so it's not just picking the 25-year-olds, it's picking the
Yeah,
25-year-olds that are
yeah.
in Mississauga and that are interested
Yes,
in
yes, yes.
Helen's
So it's
case,
an and, yeah. It's not
post-secondary.
an or with Facebook. It's a and. So that's how you can get granular with this.
Thank you.
No worries.
So I see Helen's concern or question, because Helen really wants to target parents of the university students, I would assume,
Oh, okay.
anyway.
Yes, you are
Right,
right,
Helen?
Christine.
Like, because you're not really targeting the 18-year-olds. You got to get to the parent first to get to the
18-year-old lady.
Exactly. I'm trying to target parents in a certain, I guess,
Yeah,
location.
so you can do that. Like there are certain demographic targeting available in the interest targeting, wherein you can target, people whose birthday is coming up, people who got recently engaged. So same way you can target, parents. So parents with adult children, parents with teenagers, parents with preteens,
Oh.
yes. So you can get as granular as possible, and then Facebook is starting to show your ads to this
Oh, that's
particular
very
demographic.
good. Okay, thank you for showing me that.
No
There's
worries,
parents
no
with
worries.
teenagers.
Yeah.
That's
Thank you,
perfect for
Christine.
you, Helen.
And of course, thank you. Um,
No. Anybody else?
I think Glennis had just commented that she was wondering, and maybe this is something you guys can do at the end or offline, how to disconnect her PayPal account. It was set up and used without her. I guess it
Knowing
was an
that.
automatic ad that was running. Anyway,
Yeah, we
I'm
can
not
take that
sure.
later on. Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. That's not a problem. Yeah, we can take it later on.
So
Okay.
the rest of the ladies on the call, do you have any questions with regard to choosing your audience? I think this is really critical in setting up. So does
Yeah.
anybody have
I
any?
do.
Yeah,
I do.
who's that? Okay, Judy, go ahead, Judy.
Okay, so because I am writing a book that's meant for children, but again, the audience I would think would be the parents because children are not going to go into Indigo and want to buy a cookbook.
Right.
It would be the parents or the grandparents who might gift them. So I should be targeting the adults then for my book.
Yes. So, depending on what age group the children fall in, so there are like pretty good options available, like early school, like if it's like meant for kids between 6 to 8 years, if it's meant for preteen, so you can definitely choose one of these available options.
Okay, and I could do like geographically
Yes, yes,
the whole of
absolutely.
Canada, right? Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
because
totally. You can
I
do
want
Canada.
people
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
buy
Yes,
off of
yes.
Amazon, for example. So
Yes,
it'd
yes.
be all
You
of
can do
Canada,
that.
right?
Yes, yes. Like I've had people who wanted to they were okay shipping to US also. So you can even target US like anything anywhere
Oh,
you
so I can
could.
even go outside of Canada.
Yes, yes, you can totally
Okay.
go outside of Canada over here. So in here, you can go country level, city level, not zip code level anymore, but you can target United States. If there are any specific cities that you want to start with, you can do all of that. So you do not have to have a separate campaign or anything. Facebook will give you data right in this particular campaign that if your ads were shown in US, how did they perform there as compared to Canada? So you can get into all those details once you have some data over there.
All right.
So
Thank you.
just quickly, Sandy says, is there an option for parents with newborns? I did see the option
Yes,
for
yes, yes,
toddlers. Okay, so yes,
yes,
Sandy, there
yes,
is
yes.
the option.
Yes, so you can just type in parents and then when you scroll, so these are the options like parents with toddlers, parent up to 12 months. So you can keep playing around with
Oh,
these.
it's very specific.
Yes, yes, you can get very specific with this. And other thing I would say is now this is like, okay, this is the first thing that you're going to start your ads with. We see profits coming in for the first 6 months and you're doing good. Next thing now, when you want to scale, you want to expand your audience, what you can do is you can have some other interest. For example, if there are certain book magazines that you feel that parents are actively reading, if that, I mean, I would say even diaper brands like parents who are interested in all these diaper brands, which means they have kids of a particular age group. So all these interests you can keep stacking them. Once you start scaling, you have more funds to invest in your campaign. So that's how you can go broader and broader with your targeting. But yes, the first campaign has to be very specific, very niche, and I mean it has to really give you the data to go ahead and make decisions with
I
paid.
think it's really important that you say that again so everyone can hear you. I'll just say that I encounter this when I'm teaching social media. People will just say, I say, who's your target audience? Oh, everyone, anyone who wants to buy flowers, anyone who wants to no, that's not true. It's not everyone. And as if we talk to everyone, then we don't talk to the right
Course.
people. So you said you have to, with your first ad, really
Yes.
focus on
Yes,
detailed
exactly.
information on who that niche is. I think
Right.
it's important for people to, and then you said, then once it's starting to run, you're starting to see some traction, then
Yeah.
you can broaden it, right? Did I hear you?
Yes, yes, yes. Then you can definitely broaden it. You can play around with different angles, different messaging and stuff like that. So, but yeah, the first campaign, very specific. Like you have to, and like never invest lots of, I would say time in perfecting your ad and this. I understand it totally matters, but honestly, believe me, my guess is as good as your guess at this moment with whether this ad will perform or not. You have options of trying and testing different ad copies, different ad creatives. It's always best to run it, test it, and then decide for that. So that is one thing for sure. So yeah, this is with audience targeting. The other important thing that I want to mention here is something known as custom audiences. So custom audience means if you have a list, and I want you to write down this minimum requirement that Facebook has for you to upload a list of customer is 100. Like if you have an existing list of customers, just their name, number, phone, email ID, even just email ID works, you can upload that data to Facebook and you can create something known as lookalike audience. So how does that work is that, if you have a list of your customers, say like 100 approximately, minimum is 100 actually, Facebook is going to go after similar looking people. So that way you have fastened the optimization process. So Facebook has a better understanding of who your audience is, where do they live. You can still have all these other targeting options in right in there, but that's a really good way again to start is to create a look alike of your existing customers. So you know that these are your existing customers. Now that does not, I often have people who get confused with, oh, I do not want to go after my existing customers. They already know my brand. They're connected with me on social email. Great. So when you create a look-alike audience of your existing customers, you are not going after your existing customers. You're just trying to find similar looking people, which in my opinion really does well in your first campaign. But you need to have that 100, minimum of 100. If you are a business owner who's just starting off and you do not have that list, no problem. You can definitely start with all these broader interest targeting options that are available right in here. Okay, now second thing is going to be placements. Again, like Advantage Plus, we need to get out of the Advantage Plus and switch to manual placements over here. Placements is nothing but, places where your ads will be shown. Like either you want to show up on feed, whether you want to show up in stories, you want to show up in marketplaces. So these are all the options that Facebook gives. You can show your ads in Reels. You can show your ads on, these apps and sites. I always recommend people who are starting off, and this has come with experience running ads, start with just these four placements. I want you to write down it's going to be Instagram feed, Facebook feed, Instagram stories, and Facebook stories. Believe me, all the other placements are not good for conversion or leads. Yeah, they're good for brand awareness. You're watching a reel, you see an ad, which is like quite interesting. Okay, you're exposed to the brand, great. But in terms of actually getting the customer to fill in their details or make that purchase, if you're an e-commerce brand, it is really not performing that well. So always start with just these four placements. Here is where you see maximum, high quality leads or high quality conversions coming in from. And always opt out of audience network because you do not know what are the third party sites or, placements where Facebook is showing your ads. So it's always good to just run your ads on Facebook and Instagram. Again, like I have had clients who say that my audience is just on Instagram. You can opt out of placement of Facebook also. Then in that case, your ads will just show on Instagram. So you have that option of either running on both platforms or either running just on Instagram. And people who are like very new to this paid ads thing, even if you want to run your ads just on Instagram, you have to like run it via a Facebook ads manager. Like that's how it works. So not necessary that you run your ads on Facebook because you're doing it through ads manager. You can run ads just on Instagram also through this Facebook ads manager. And all these things you can always change. All the targeting options, all the location, placements, all these things that we just went over, you can always change once you have published the campaign. The only thing that you cannot change is the campaign objective that I showed you in the first screen, and that is very important right in there. Okay, now moving to the ad, the actual ad. So actual ad here is going to be how does your creative look like? Like this is whether I should be running video ads, I should be running, carousel ads, I should be running like a static image ads. Facebook has all those options. You can go ahead and, see. But again, from my experience, what I've seen is video ads definitely do better. Static image ads also do better. Carousel ads do better, but they are expensive. And like for the simple logic, you are occupying a lot of inventory on Facebook. So that's how those ads are quite expensive. So when you're starting out, let's start with just a single image ad. If you have a video, that's great. The other important part over here is you can pull your existing social media post as an ad. So for example, if I've posted a reel today and I want to use that as my ad, you have an option of coming here into the ads manager under setup, and you can actually go and select your existing Instagram post. For example, if there's any existing post that you have, or you want to pull something from your page, or if you want to pull something from your Instagram, Facebook account, even stories for that matter, if you have them in the highlight, you can run ads on that. So it's become that great with Facebook right now. So that's the other thing that I want you to know is you do not have to upload the creative again. You can pull in from your existing content that you have, and the benefit of that is whatever engagement you get on the original ad, the original post will show up in the ads also, and vice versa. Whatever people engage with your ads, it will be attributed to your original post. So that's also one way of looking at it, that you do not have to spend time or resource in creating new ads. You can use one of your existing posts which you think does better, has all the needed offers, CTA. You can use that as your paid ad. And like pretty simple. Like this is to give you an overview. We can have hours and hours of
So I guess just to go back for a second, if you had a Facebook post or story or Instagram post or story that did well, it got a lot of engagement, it got a lot of interaction, that would be an ideal candidate for, I mean, if it had the right message, of course, would that
Right.
be an ideal candidate to use as your ad information?
Yes, totally, definitely, because there's already existing engagement. So people look at all these small things, when nobody wants a paid ad, nobody wants a sponsored post. So it's always good to have some engagement on it. But again, like if it's not necessary, if you do not have it
So
as your existing post, it's fine.
are you saying that the ad that is made from or comes from an existing post that has engagement already, when it is shown in the people's news feed as the
Yeah.
sponsored post, it'll have all the comments and likes and
Exactly,
everything else on it?
exactly,
Okay,
exactly.
okay.
Yeah. So there's engagement passed back and forth. So your existing ones, and if people, engage with your ad, whatever comments and stuff that you get, so you're just building up on the original content, which is great way to, get your brand out there. That's
Yeah.
definitely a great
Okay, a
way.
couple questions in the chat.
Oh,
First
okay.
question was from, well, comment from me was, oh my gosh, custom audience and lookalike audiences sounds like really the way to go. As long
Yeah.
as you have that minimum of 100, you can
100,
upload
yes.
those. And so my question to that is, can you connect like MailChimp to this?
Oh,
Or what
yes, yes. You can definitely connect MailChimp. So most of the top CRMs and all these platforms, email platforms, definitely you can go ahead and connect them, and then you can have those data passed back.
Okay, so the next comment or question from Lisa was, well, I assume the more interest you choose, the more costly the campaign will be.
Not really, but I mean, as I mentioned, you can start with like at least 3 to 4 interest, and then when you have more ad spend, you can invest more. Because the thing is, Facebook is going to start spending your money in testing. So with your limited budget, you are not hitting the right audience at that point. So it's not like if you upload different interests, Facebook is going to charge you extra for that per ad or per impression. No, but yeah, now because there are so many interests to target, you will definitely not have enough data to say that, oh, this particular interest is doing well for my campaign. So yeah, that's what I recommend is start small and then scale.
So the next question is for someone who's brand new at doing ads, and with the understanding, I think this is a very good expectation that you're setting, is that the first month is gathering data. It's
Yes,
just
exactly.
gathering data.
Yes.
So having said that, that first month then, or as you get started, what do you think that minimum ad spend should be?
Exactly. So that's a really good question. It is definitely, I would say there were times and there was day when, even $5 a day would really do well, but now it's getting so competitive out there that from my experience to get any decent results, we are looking at spending at least $15 to $20 a day. and which is like $500-600 a month to see any good data and any good results. Otherwise, it's just like Facebook is showing your ad. It's like a hit and miss. Okay, like Facebook wants to utilize your budget. So some days you will see good results, then it's dry for the next 2 3 days, and then it picks up. So you'll see a lot of fluctuations with limited budget. So
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you. So $500 to $600 is what
Yes,
people should be
yes,
expecting to
yes,
spend.
yes,
Okay.
yes. And I always ask people to, Christy, like listening to $500 600 budget a month, people definitely, want to have a great understanding of how are things going to go and stuff like that. But I always want people to think back is how many leads would you want to, convert so that you can recover this money back from your ad. So that depends on your ticket size.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you're selling a $3,000 seat,
Yes.
then spending
Totally worth it. Yeah.
$600 might
Yes.
be worth it. If you're selling something that's $99, then you really got to think about it.
Yes.
Okay. The next question is, can you put those placements in the chat box? So
Yes, definitely,
I
definitely. Yeah.
did that already, but I just want to
Okay.
confirm.
Okay.
You
Okay.
said
It's there in the checklist that I have provided, but yeah, I'm happy to. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Facebook feed, Facebook stories, Instagram feed, Instagram stories
Instagram
is what you
stories. Yeah.
suggested.
Yes.
Then the
Perfect
next,
example.
okay, the next question was, will creating a Facebook ad cross promote to both Instagram and Facebook?
Sorry, I missed that completely. I'm sorry.
Will creating a Facebook ad cross promote to both Instagram and Facebook?
No, so like as I mentioned, you can select in the placements if you want, if you select both, if you select Facebook and Instagram both, then definitely you are going to be, showing ads on both the platforms. But if you just select one, you will just show on that part. So now, right now, if I just select Facebook out here, my ads are just on Facebook. If I select both Facebook and Instagram, ads out there both. So the platform that you select is the way to go.
Okay, so the answer to your question, Shireen, is no. You have to choose both if you want it to be on both platforms.
Yes, yes. So by default, it's not going to be like running on both the platforms. You need to select that definitely. And there's something known as desktop or like devices also, wherein you can decide whether I want to run ads on just mobile, just run ads on desktop. I think most of the time people use these apps on their phone, unless they are marketers like me. We have Facebook and stuff open on desktop all the time. So I would recommend if you're starting off, you can start off with just mobile because again, what I've seen is you pay a lot more for your ads to run on desktop.
Okay.
So yes, so it's always good to run when you're starting off. Just try to run on mobile.
Okay, that's a good tip.
And yeah.
Go ahead.
There are also options right there. So you have to keep clicking, right? Like Facebook has made their platform so complicated that, till the time you don't play around, you will not get an idea of it. You can decide whether you want to run ads on all mobile devices, just run ads on Android, just run ads on iPhone. You can get that granular. But again, like because you're starting off, you do not have that data. Let's give it some, room to test and learn.
Okay. So the next question happens to do with that leads page that you talked about.
Okay.
Where do the leads go? Are they emailed to the recipient? Do they get stored in a spreadsheet? You find them in the ads manager?
Yeah, so you find them in your Meta Business Suite is where all your leads get collected. You also get an email saying that you have received a lead, but in the end you have to log in into your Meta Business Suite to look at those leads. Now you can connect your ad account with the Google Sheet where the moment you have a leads, it automatically starts passing back data to your Google Sheets. But you need to use third-party software like Zapier or something like that to connect your ad account to a Google Sheet. By default, no, you will just get an email and it will show up in your business suite.
Okay, let me make sure I understand what you just said. There is a default setting that when you use the lead forms, it goes into your ads manager and resides in a sheet there. I'm assuming there's an option to then download that as a CSV file. And
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So you have to manually download it, but if you automatically want it to get updated in the sheet, then you have to connect it by using third-party tools.
Using something like a Zapier. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So what you're saying is that you could set up the Zapier to once something new is added, it will
Yeah,
then
it will automatically go. Yes.
to a sheet for you. Okay.
Yes, yes. So this and this again, I do not recommend doing right in because you do not know the lead volume that might come in right now. So
Mhm.
this is good when you're expecting good amount of leads and you want to keep a track of them. Only then get into the integration and stuff like that. Keep your first campaign simple. Let's learn and then scale.
Aashna, I have a question. So if it's collecting emails that we can access, can we even use them though? Because we don't have permission to
So
send.
you do have a permission. You do have permission when you create a lead form. Facebook is going to, ask people who are filling out their information. They have to check mark and saying that, like Facebook is going to share their information. The advertiser can contact you for whatever you are filling out a form for. So
Okay,
all those quality checks are in place. So you
excellent.
can definitely contact them. That's not an issue.
Thank you.
I think you have permission to email them, but I don't think you have permission then to add them to your distribution list. Like, I'm just thinking more.
No, yeah, because they're not, I mean, depends on the ad, right? Like
Yes.
if the
Okay.
ad says that sign up for a newsletter, so they know they're signing up for that. But if it's just like, oh, I'm interested in your promotion, like this particular promotion that you're promoting right now, so they are just signing up for that specific promo code. So you cannot, start mass emailing them then. Any other question, ladies?
Anyone else?
Okay, there's one exercise that I want you guys to do, even if you're not going to run ads anytime soon, not an issue. But I feel everybody who has a website should have the Facebook pixel installed or fired on all the pages of your website. The reason being, the moment you are ready to run ads, your pixel is already trained. It already knows the audience that is visiting your website, and that could be through any source, like not necessarily ads or Facebook. It can even capture people who have visited your website through organic, through email, or through any of the other channels. Facebook can keep a track of them, so you are trying to train the pixel much in advance before you start running your ad. So you're just trying to optimize the campaign faster. Always good to have the pixel installed on your website, irrespective you're ready to run ads right now or not.
And are you going to demonstrate that?
I have a separate video for that. I can share that because it's a long
Excellent.
process. Yeah. So,
Yes.
yeah,
Okay, great. Yeah.
that
If
would
you could
take time.
include the link to that, like YouTube,
Yes, yes,
that would be
absolutely,
awesome.
absolutely, absolutely.
So after we're done this call, what I typically do is I wait for the video to render, download it, and then I put it up onto our YouTube channel. So
Okay, okay,
with that, I then send out an email to the group with the replay and your
okay,
contact information
okay.
again. And I guess I'll send your checklist.
Oh, yes, yes,
Um,
definitely. I'll share that with
and
you right after a call. Yeah.
yeah, and if you have any other information that you want the group to be aware of, then I can include that in the follow-up email.
Definitely, definitely. Like, so this is a part two of, once you start running your ad campaign, what is that you want to do, right? Like you've set the campaign, you have all the details coming in, and you have a good amount of data to, play with. Now, one of the common things that I've seen in not just mob Facebook group, but a lot of other Facebook groups is people start running ads and then they pause it. Like, they say, oh, I've tried ads for 2 weeks, I've tried ads for like 3 weeks, the Facebook ad does not work for me, and like on and off, on and off, on and off. That's why I clearly set expectations with people who approach me to run their ads is we are not going to pause the campaign before 30 to 45 days of gathering a data. Like it's not a quick fix. So it's not like if you have your last $500 left for marketing and you start running ads right now. No, there has to be consistency. There's something known as evergreen campaign that you can run, which runs at all time with a low budget, so that you have some data around that, and it's not just like a switch on and off that oh, I have something coming up right now. Let me just try ads. No, you will definitely not see the profit. It's again hit and miss. Like people do see one of their events going successful, but because they were not consistent, they pause the campaign, and the next time again it's gone into learning phase. There's something known as learning phase with Facebook. So it's always good to keep running ads for at least like 30 to 45 days to gather data, and then you can decide on from there. But like there are some genuine reasons that you want to pause your campaign, and that's totally fine. Some of that is going to be performance issues. Again, like you need to get into the game knowing the rules, know that your first campaign is going to not be as profitable as you want your other sources to be. Seasonal changes, for example, if you are into a seasonal business like landscaping, or any of these outdoor events, all these things. So if it's a season campaign and you feel that people are not there looking out for it right now, sure, you can definitely go ahead and pause your campaigns. This is also to do with a lot of educational campaigns. Universities, they heavily invest in paid ads when they are about to, open their applications, and it tries to slow down as and when the semester starts. Managing budgets, again, like if you've seen you do not have enough marketing budget right now to invest, you can always pause your campaign, and the data can stay there. Technical problems, I see this all the time. The campaigns have gone live, but right now, because the website was not used to receiving so much of traffic, a lot of times you will see that there are your landing page is not loading fine. There are other website issues that come up, and a lack of optimization strategy. Like that's why you need an expert to run an ad, because you can launch the ad with all these automatic options available within Facebook, but to manage your campaigns profitably over a period of time, you definitely need to spend the time in learning and knowing the platform. Yes, Helen?
So
Oh,
before learning all this, I did run some ads in the past. Is there a way of going back and see what it actually
Yeah,
collected?
totally. You can log into your ads manager, the screen that I had written over here. You can go ahead and you will have all the data. I'll show you one of the campaigns that I have been running is, so this campaign was running, and like now we've paused it because the event is over. So you can go ahead and see all the data available here. Like you see results, you see how much do they pay for each conversion, how much do you pay for each conversion, what is the total amount spent, how many impressions did you get. So you can keep that data always remains over there if you run it via proper ads manager. So you can always come back and play around with all these options and stuff like that.
So I can start by reviewing whatever I did in the past. I can learn
Yes.
from it and
Yes.
now use all the tips you've given. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
yes, no problem, no problem.
and the other question that was in the chat box is what is I guess what is a starting point for working with someone to completely manage and modify and adjust your ads?
So I would say again, you need to be really sure who do you outsource it to. Outsourcing it to agency means there are lock-in contracts, and like typically a lot of agencies look at your campaign just once or twice in a month because of the volume of business that they're doing. Secondly, I've seen a lot of people who run ads. They are really not experts. They've just learned the platform and they're starting to run ads, which is also fine. So it really depends on how much are you ready to invest in hiring someone to manage this for you. So that's going to be your starting point. Really depends on where are you currently and how much funds do you have to start getting it. But again, like when you hire somebody, you will have to share access to your Facebook page, your ads manager account. If you do not have one, people generally create an ad account and stuff like that for you. So you need to be completely hands on who you are giving your access to the backend, because they can completely see all your posts, all the DMs coming in, all the data. So they have access to everything when you hire somebody like that.
And so in the industry, what is the typical starting point for an
I
individual?
would say monthly management for anybody who really knows the game starts at somewhere around $700 to $800 a month, wherein they really know the game, they're really out there to help you. But you would see people are helping you out for $300, $400 also, so it's going to be test and try. You can definitely reach out for help and see how it goes.
So if someone wanted to work with you and get a quote with you, how would that work?
So they can book a free 15 minutes discovery call. The link is in my bio on Facebook and Instagram both. I will,
Can
hop
you
on a video
drop that
call.
link into the chat box now?
Yes. I'll do
Awesome.
that. So you can book a discovery call with me, and we can go from there, and we can, discuss and decide. Because as I said, no, Facebook ads and on any ads for that matter is not for all businesses. So I really want to know if I'll be able to, help you there rather than just trying to be like, hey guys, let's run Facebook ads. So I've posted the link in the try like you feel free to book your slots. And yeah, Facebook ads and Google ads is something that I specialize in. Like I have a lot of times on these discovery calls, the client initially wanted to start running Facebook ads, but when I question them, we go deeper of what they do and what their goal is and stuff like that. We find out, oh, Google ads is what you really need and your audience is right there rather than running ads on Facebook. So it
So
depends case to case. Yeah.
I know we only have 2 minutes left, and you just mentioned Google Ads. What is the difference in cost to running a Google ad?
So Google ads are much expensive compared to Facebook ads because you pay for cost per click. You pay Google when somebody clicks on your ad, and because the search intent is so high that Google is going to be charging you a lot more than actually what Facebook is going to charge. I always recommend this even in that I conduct live trainings also for Facebook and Google ads. I always tell my students is try to run if your audience is on both platforms, try running your ads on Facebook first. It's a cheaper way to understand, gather data, whatever
Okay.
your learnings are, whatever your mistakes are, make it on Facebook, and then take those learnings onto Google. And then that's a better way to do. Like, but with that being said, some businesses, their audience are not that active on social in terms of responding to their ads, so we run profitable Google ads. But Google Ads is expensive compared to what you will ideally pay on Facebook.
Okay, got it. Who else has questions? We have about a minute left, and I should get a photo of the group.
Yeah.
So if you would like to come,
Adjust your hair
yes,
and
adjust your hair, pinch your cheeks.
One
If
question
anybody was,
before, can I ask a quick question before
Sure.
yeah,
you
go
do
for
the
it.
picture?
Sure.
So, Aashna, this is probably a dumb question, but does your personal activity on Facebook have any impact on the Facebook ad activity?
No. So if you are interacting as a page, then definitely. But if it's your personal profile, there is no way that it has impact on your ads. But what I recommend, that's a good question. Like some people use ads as a replacement to their organic, and in my experience, it does not go that well. Like if you are an active page which is posting organic content also and running ads, your ads also tend to do better because people are going to visit your profile. They're going to see what you are doing as a brand over there rather than just running paid ads. It's going to perform, like, no doubt, but you should maintain an active organic presence also through your page over there. Yes.
Excellent question, Marianne.
Ashna, I do have one question. So I've never done a Google ad, but I do see that I get clients that are coming from Google. So
So that is
that's
because
still
of your
working.
organic. Yes. So that's because of your organic SEO presence. I don't know if you have a Google My Business profile. If you
Yeah.
have that, yes. So if you have that, people are coming in through that. And once you start running Google ads, you can connect your Google My Business profile to your ads manager. So it's just like a Facebook page. You add it to an ads manager. Same way on Google, you can attach your, my profile to a ads manager.
Thank you.
Oh.
Awesome. Let's get a quick picture and then you can ask another question or two because I know people are going to drop off in a minute. So anyone who's not on camera, if you'd like to be on camera, please feel free to join us and then give us a smile. 1, 2, 3, smile. Excellent. Thank you so much. Great session. Anyone, final questions?
Thank you so much. This was very eye-opening.
Oh, no worries, no worries. So, ladies who are all out here, I need a favor. Do not boost your post. That's going to be my achievement. If anybody who's attended any of my session or you guys have been following me, never boost your post. That's it.
Yes, it's
Thank you
like the
so much.
easy, quick thing to do, but it doesn't give you what you're the
What you're
result
looking
you're
for,
hoping
exactly.
for.
Yes. So
Yeah.
you're losing on a lot of optimization opportunities and stuff like that. So it's always good to be like, run it the proper way, run it the right way.
Awesome. So everyone, inside the chat box, you'll see Aashna's link to book a discovery call with her. Please copy that link. I will actually send the recording, the chat here that we entered our information in. And I will also, any information that Aashna wants to share with us, like that checklist, the link to the how to set up the pixel, I'll include that in the replay that I'll get out to you this afternoon.
No worries. Thank you so much, guys.
Excellent job. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Bye.
Thank you,
Aashna.
Aashna.
Bye, ladies.
Bye.
Nice to
Bye,
see you
ladies.
all.
Bye.